Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. I'm going to show you my fabric storage organization today. I just want to give you a little context. This is where we are in my room. There's my marker case, there's where I usually sit, and that's where I film my videos. Right there, I'm sitting in that black chair usually. And then you can see my stamps and other things you've seen in this craft organization video series. Look, I'm going to do like a panoramic 365 view of the studio, not trip over the tripod. And I'm hiding behind the camera because honestly, I look like death warmed over. I've been suffering for a cold for the couple of days. Last couple of days I have a horrible sore throat. And look, I've got my fuzzy booty slippers on. Yeah. I just gargled with salt water so I could talk for 5 minutes. So luckily for you guys, you won't have to put up with me gabbing for too long. So this chest of drawers here was given to me. It's just an aluminum, well, I don't know, actually it's probably steel. It's like the stuff they make filing cabinets out of. And I have all my quilting and sewing supplies in here. So in this top drawer, I have larger pieces of fabric and odd scraps. Like I made some really cute sleeping bags for my daughter's American Girl dolls a couple of years ago, and I just love that fabric. Isn't that pretty? And I'm like, tiny little scraps, but I couldn't bear to get rid of them. And I've got I had a pair of you know how little kid jeans are so cute, and these had like holes in the knees, so I couldn't really give them away. So I cut the cute little pockets off and I die cut some flowers out of there. Got my pin cushions in there, and I can actually take the whole drawer out if I want to. And then some of that inexpensive ribbon I got at that Martin's haul. And look, I'm trying to hide from the camera. I don't want to be in front of the camera. I have larger bits of, larger pieces of fabric folded up in here, some polished cotton, some velvets, this is some yard goods. Oh, my kitty cat's going, hello, Cali cat, come here, oh, precious kitty, there goes precious kitty, so sweet. And just some other odds and ends, fabric that I bought maybe for a particular purpose, and then I realized I didn't want to use it for that anymore. There and there. Here are my fat quarters. I kind of have them loosely sorted by color. I had them differently, and the cat is rubbing against the tripod. I apologize if it's shaky. I have them kind of sorted by color, and there they are. I folded them up. They're both fat quarters and just 1/4 yard cuts, so it's all anything 1/2 yard or smaller is folded up and put in there. I got a lot in there. I'm pretty happy with how much I got in there. I had a crate that I used to store that in, and I'll try to remember to put a link in the video description because that is a really good storage solution too, I think, and it was perfect until I just had that huge binge fabric shop at Martin's last week, or a couple weeks ago. And in here I have sewing machine parts, and this is so cool because I had some, finally, okay, I got a machine, my downstairs machine that my brother-in-law gave it to me after my sister-in-law passed away. And her girls didn't want it, and I thought they might change their mind and regret not keeping it, so I took it because I figured if I don't, you know, I have 2 daughters too and they might want it, and it was very special to her. So I didn't have parts, the feet or anything to it, and I think it was Ginny Maxim sent me a whole thing of feet for Kenmore that she had from an old machine that she no longer used, and then the original ones turned up, so I have all kinds of little feet for that. These were my sister-in-law's too, a bunch of binding tapes, seam bindings and whatnot, and I've got my sewing machine oil. Because you do, I mean, I oil my machine every once in a while, both of them. I have one upstairs that I use for more like sewing clothes and mending. And then I have replacement, like 2 for $1, replacement needles. I have to say, the only time I ever change a needle is when it breaks in my sewing machine, so I don't think that's probably the best idea, but I keep all those odds and ends. I love these big eye needles. They actually make them for beading too, really fine ones that are great for beading with seed beads and stuff. I'm really bad at threading a needle, so I love these. These are yarn needles. But when I work with kids, it's nice to have those. And 2 for $1, couldn't beat that. I have all these bobbins. I bought them for jewelry making. I'm going to peek in the monitor, make sure that you can see. This is probably going to fall out. I want to make sure you can see that. Oh, good. So I have all these little bobbins in here. Some have string on them and some don't. I actually bought them to do lamp working and make some really cool beads on the bobbins, which was a lot harder than it looked on the tutorial that I saw. So I'm actually using them for thread. And these are some quilting templates that my sister-in-law had made and saved, and some were bought. And I have them in here. My rotary cutters. Actually, everything I have for quilting was my sister-in-law's. So it's nice to be able to carry that hobby on and teach my girls. I've got a few odds and ends of thread in here, but actually I keep most of my thread upstairs in some like fish and tackle boxes and a shallow drawer, because upstairs I'm doing a lot of mending. I do a lot of sewing badges on uniforms, and so I need that matching thread, and I can always grab those fish and tackle boxes and bring them down if I need to. Now this, I thought this was so cool, but it's rubbish in my sewing machine. I actually, the old sewing machine I had took these types of bobbins, but it just died. It was a super cheap machine and it died, and then I got a decent white, which I really liked. So I just have, this is good for hand sewing and mending. It's really rubbish for your machines, but it was cheap at Joann's, and back when I was a novice, I bought it because I thought it was so awesome, and it really wasn't. I've got odds and ends like zippers, hand sewing kits, rhinestone setter, embroidery floss, decorative buttons, which I thought would be really cute on some items of clothing, or sometimes I use them for scrapbooking actually. Lots of zippers, elastic tapes, more pins, safety pins, fabric pinking shears, iron-ons. You know, this is kind of like a junk drawer of sewing stuff that I don't really need that often, but it's surprising because sometimes I do and I just go right in there. Also my bracelet braiding things, which this came in a kit for my daughters, and it had like 8 of those things in it, so I grabbed some so I could learn too. There you have it. That's my fabric storage. I hope you found it useful. I'm just going to open this drawer because it's kind of pretty while I chit-chat with you for a minute. Hopefully by now I have shared all of my fabric, all of my different storage solutions around my craft room. If there's something that I've missed, please leave a comment down below. Maybe I just haven't uploaded it yet, or maybe I've completely forgotten. So if you could let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see, I do appreciate it. I want to thank you so much for watching these storage videos for January 2015. I hope you found them enlightening and helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like storage videos. Until next time, happy crafting!